My name is Baba Tando and I have the latest in the world of sports. Let's get talking right here, right now. Ghana has pulled out of the cycling event at the Youth Commonwealth Games following the inability of athletes to travel for the Games. The two athletes with some officials of the team are unable to travel for the Games in the Bahamas following the Sports Ministry's failure to secure air tickets for them. The initial contingent of 23 has been cut down to 12, with the team traveling in batches, and they started traveling over the weekend. Let's get onto the phone lines and speak to Communications Director of the Ghana Olympics Committee, Charles Osei. Hello, Charles. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Baba.
All right, so Charles, before I talk about the teams that have pulled out of the competition because of the failure of the Sports Ministry to secure tickets for them, how many athletes do we have in the Bahamas as we speak?
The last group will get into Bahamas this afternoon. They left last night. So in all, we would have 9 athletes and then 3 officials.
Okay, so these athletes are not there yet, but how many are there as we speak?
Currently, we have 3 athletes in Bahamas. We have Rafiatu Nuhu. She does athletics. We have Imano Blanche Tennis, and then Imano Kumando, Judo. They went with Mr. Sufiloteji.
Okay, and I'm also reliably informed that some of the athletes are having to travel without their coaches. Is this true?
Well, Baba, that is the scenario now. It's just unfortunate, but what happened was that because it was becoming difficult for us to secure travel tickets for them, the priority had to be the athletes. So we need to make sure that the athletes will be able to travel on Saturday and Sunday. That's what the DOT did. Because if you push more officials, the athletes are rather going to compete, and it won't be necessary pushing, in officials. And we even had to get some of them to fly business because seats were not available on economic class. So we have to get some of them to fly on business. So 9 athletes officials were able to go instead of the 23 we wanted to send to Bahamas.
I see, and I'm also told that the cycling team has decided to pull out. Is this official? Can you confirm it?
Well, it was a technical decision. The cycling team will not go because they are supposed to compete on the 19th. Now, per the arrangement, they were to travel today. Now, if they travel today, they will either get into Bahamas when the competition either was on or over. So the GOC board decided that, look, it's just unfortunate. We're very hopeful in that case, but we decided that they just have to stay behind.
Okay, Charles, let me be a bit, I don't want to sound political, but I know your administration came into power about 130 days ago, 3 months, a little over 3 months, and this competition happens once every 4 years. Is it that the administration you took over from did not put any measures in place to make things easy for athletes going for the Bahamas Games this year?
Baba, that is not the point. The athletes were prepared. The preparation started with the previous administration. And we commend Professor Dodo and his team for what they did. Now, when this board took over, they continued from where they had left off. Now, the chef is Mr. Malco Afajenu. You know how professional he is. Now, together with Mr. Benoni Mensah, they began engaging the ministry. Now, the arrangement was that, look, there should be cost sharing. So the ministry agreed to take care of the tickets, and then the GOC also agreed to take care of the cash component, which was about $50,000. It included kits, per diem, accommodation, and everything. So the GOC, honored its part of the bargain. Unfortunately, when we went back to the ministry to sign off engagement, there were a lot of back and forth until Friday, where we realized that it will be difficult for the ministry to honor its promise. So the minister asked the president of the GOC that he should do whatever he can to even secure them business class to get them to travel.
Okay.
And that the ministry will be responsible for that.
Okay, so
Papa, my point is that why do we incur extra costs?
Exactly my point. If these athletes had been flown on economy, it would have cost the nation far less than it would have cost them, or it is costing them now, to have to be flying some of the athletes by business class.
Papa, you have no idea what happened on Saturday when the first batch, left. Rafiatu Nuhu, the female athlete, she was sobbing. We asked her why she didn't like the fact that as a young girl coming from the village, she was traveling without her coach. She was sobbing.
All right. So as it stands now, I would not hesitate to call the sports ministry a failure in this regard.
I wouldn't say they have failed.
They have.
But
if the GOC has done its part, hold on.
Somebody didn't do something right.
Okay, at the sports ministry, right?
Well, sure.
So they failed. If the athletes fail to achieve anything in the Bahamas, we'll lay the blame on the doorstep of the ministry.
Well, Papa, I feel sad because, like you rightly said, these things happen once in 4 years. Once in 4 years, have prepared young athletes who are future hopeful. Now, if they, what is this girl's name? The girl who went to China.
Martha Bisa.
Martha Bisa. That's how we got Martha Bisa. We took her to China. She made Africa and Ghana proud. These young lads who were taken to Bahamas are athletes for the future. And it happens once in 4 years.
All right.
Unfortunately, we haven't been able to make this thing, so beautiful. It's just unfortunate, Baba.
Charles, I share your sympathy. I sympathize with you, and I share your concern.
Sometimes when you get emotional about it, then it's like you are fighting officials.
No, but if officials are not doing their job, if they are incompetent and they are failing at what they have to do, you have no other choice than to fight them, if that's how you're going to get results. Well, Charles, we'll get back to you in our subsequent bulletins. But as it stands, the cycling team that was supposed to have traveled from Ghana over the weekend to take part in the Commonwealth Youth Olympics happening in the Bahamas has had to pull out because of the lack of funds. So we'll give you more details in our subsequent sports bulletins. But check out more on the sports page on myjoyonline.com. We're also tweeting live on the handle JoySportsGH. On Facebook, the address is Joy Sports. Tweet at me personally. My handle is @Baba. That's sport. Good afternoon.